I just spilt my drink. What's up? And today I'm gonna do top 15 worst songs of 2017. The long-awaited, long-anticipated list that we all love. Worst songs. Time to roast somebody. Hell yeah. By the way, I'm just gonna put a disclaimer here. I don't personally hate any of the artists I will talk about in this video, and I think that they deserve happiness and love like all other humans, and I hope people won't kill me for this, but I'm gonna offend a number of people on this video. Don't hate me for this. Let's continue. Man, if I spill that again. Anyway, number 15 would be xxxtentacion's Orlando, which is basically the worst track on his latest album, 17, which is gosh, it's awful. It's an awful album, and it's the most forgettable and gross and sad song, and sad not in a Joy Division OK Computer kind of sad. It's just trash kind of sad. And I forgot how Orlando sounds like, because it's just forgettable. And number 14 would be Miley Cyrus's Malibu. Last time Miley Cyrus put out her studio album was Miley Cyrus and her Dead Peds, and it's such a disgusting album. Oh my gosh, and she's trying to be sexy, she's trying to be slutty. I'm not slut shaming, by the way. I'm just stating the fact that Miley Cyrus was twerking and all other sexy stuff she's doing. It's just so gross. Like, it's not even hot. It's just gross. And then all of a sudden, she releases Malibu, and all of a sudden she's this very kind and straightforward and good country girl, and Malibu is just, it sounds like a Hannah Montana ripoff. Come on. Number 13, I hate to put this song on this list, but this song is Ed Sheeran's New Man. Ed Sheeran's latest album, Divide. It's not really that good. Ed Sheeran is a great man, by the way. He's kind, he's lovely, he's honest, down to earth, and he's famous for a good reason. But his latest album, I have to admit, it's not that good. And the worst song on that album is New Man. Oh my gosh, it's also one of the grossest songs on Ed Sheeran's discography. I mean, it talks about his ex-girlfriend's new boyfriend, and her new boyfriend is like having all these tattoos, but he doesn't know what they mean, and he has all these collections of Ministry albums, and he has a bleached arsehole, and it's just, why would you put that on the album? Why don't you just cut this off? Number 12 would be Weezer's Feels Like Summer. Weezer's The White Album is unexpectedly pretty good, but their new album, Pacific Daydream, is a disappointment. And Feels Like Summer is just this very generic, really annoying and obnoxious song from Weezer, and I do think Weezer still has some potential in them. But their new song, Feels Like Summer, just... oh. Number 11 would be Taylor Swift's ... Ready for It? Are you ready for the darkness and the edginess to come from Taylor Swift? Are you ready? Just end my life. Just end my life, please. It's pure cringe. I mean, I don't hate Taylor Swift, and I think Taylor Swift was originally a pretty nice woman. But Ready for It is like this Kanye West Yeezus rip off, and it's just, and the verses are so forgettable and dumb, and overall it just sounds so stupid and mindless. It's gross, it's disgusting, and the lyrics, they don't make much sense, and it's like, and Taylor Swift was like, I'm a ghost, I'm a phantom, I'ma hold you for ransom. Like, what? But, you know, luckily it's number 11. It's not in the top 10, so Taylor Swift, I spare you. I spare your life. Number 10 would be MNDR and Scissor Sisters. And it's a really boring, really generic, and yeah, it's a really boring and generic and average pop electronic dance song at first, and then it gets more and more annoying and more obnoxious and more dumb and cringy. Yeah, it tries to be fun, but it's not fun. It's just this very mindless and effortless effort. Imagine that. Number 9 would be Machine Gun Kelly at My Best, and it sounds like an Eminem ripoff, a ripoff from some Recovery or MMLP2 songs. And it's just this very overblown, overdramatic, I'm trying my best. And it's everything I don't want to hear from a white rapper. A white rapper, black rapper, Asian rapper, you know, still rapper. But this is everything you hate about this type of music, and it's just overblown, it's just dumb at the end, and it just feels so dumb and mindless that after the song, despite all these dramatic sounds and all these generic and deftone pop features, you're just like, what did I gain from it? What did I gain from it? And number 8, I will proudly give it to the Chainsmokers, Break Up Every Night. My gosh, is it bad? I want to break up every night. And Chainsmokers' latest album, Memories Do Not Open, is already a pretty awful album. It's already really mindless and cringy and stupid. And I don't hate Chainsmokers, but what they had put out is so shallow. Break Up Every Night is so obnoxious. It's like some crappy kids song about sex and love that's sped up like twice. And it's just cringy. Man, she wants to break up every night, but she will fuck me back to life. Yeah, fuck Drew Taggart back to life. If that's what you want. Cause no one really wants to do that. Number 7 is PSY or Psy, however you like to pronounce it. I love it. Now, I don't hate South Korea, and K-pop has been really huge and really, popular lately, and a lot of girls are crazy about K-pop, and I don't hate K-pop, but K-pop is really overrated, in my opinion. It's not super duper overrated. There are some good songs on it, and it certainly helps South Korea, expand their music industry, but K-pop is a little bit overrated. And PSY just released I Love It, featuring, I think it features Snoop Dogg, or am I forgetting? Let's hope that Snoop Dogg isn't in I Love It, because man, is this song dumb. It's just dumb, with these really obnoxious and random and disjointed beats in the background. That's really cliche and generic. I don't understand Korean. My old friend Mary would, but I will not. And the vocal performance and the delivery itself is really poor. So no. Number 6 would be Fall Out Boy, Young and Menace, and this is like their last album. And they put out Young and Menace, and it's so cliche. It's just these chipmunks auto-tune choruses and these really crazy dubstep infused background like electronic instrumentals and all these really high pitched vocals, and it's so gross. And number 5, oh my gosh, it's the top 5. It's the top 5. And gosh, is these 5 songs terrible. They're just terrible. They're just yep. This is a dose of Buckley's worst song of the year, and in my opinion, it's really fucking terrible. But it's not as terrible as the top 4, but it's still terrible. So it's Iggy Azalea's Mo Bounce, and gosh, and this song at first it feels like it's gonna be this quirky, freaky banger, and then Mo Bounce, 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 bounce. It gets so annoying and obnoxious and irritating so fast because all she says is is bounce. Like that's all she says, and how she's gonna rock the house with her ass. Like the music video, it's basically her twerking and cutting to some 9-year-old girls dancing. Like, this music video is so fucked up. And the lyrics are mindless, they are dumb, they are meaningless, they're nonsensical, and the whole song just feels like Iggy Azalea trying to get back her career, trying to save her career by releasing another really sexually teasing song. Yeah. Go ahead. Number 4 is Lil Yachty's Bring It Back. Lil Yachty released, what's the name of the album again? Teenage Emotions. And it's also a fucking bad album. And, Lil Yachty, he cool, but this album, what? And, Bring It Back, at first, Bring It Back is like this comedic satire song that tries to be funny because it's just so gross and so bad and awful. But whatever it actually is, it's awful. You have to admit it. These 80s disco pop background music and Lil Yachty basically mumble rapping over it in such a shoddy and messy fashion. You don't want to listen to this song. But yeah, I'm just gonna tell you. Number 3. Okay, I'm gonna put like music, like just so you can listen to like a snippet of it, cause it's bad, and I'm telling you. Number 3 is Bad Babies, These Hoes. I ain't nothing like these hoes. Don't compare me to no one. Money green like a CeeLo. Yeah, my pocket's so swollen. I don't get it. I don't get it. Why are still some people glorifying these miseducated kids that think they themselves are so cool? Like, why? Look, Danielle Bregoli, she got famous because of her appearance on Dr. Phil's show, and she basically called the audience hoes, and she was like, "Catch me outside, how about that?" and everyone's like, yeah, 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 we are Heaux, we agree with you, yeah, yeah, do it, girl. And then the girl was like really miseducated. She was accused of all sorts of crime, including thievery, including just arguing at people randomly in the streets on the airplane. Did you see that? Did you see that clip where she and her fucking mom just yelling at innocent passengers at the plane just because they want to sit? Like, that's so rude, that's so arrogant, and that is the perfect example of miseducation in USA. And I'm sure a lot of countries also has miseducation, but this type of miseducation is just so hateable and so irritating and intolerable. In fact, can parents teach their children better? Please. These kids, including Bad Baby or Danielle Bregoli, like, they are spoiled, they are arrogant, they are rude, they worship themselves, they are egotistic, they think they're so cool, they're so edgy, and everyone's worser than them. They just like to roast people, they like to get famous, they like to be filthy, they like to be bad so that everyone would like them, they like to be controversial. And what the fuck is wrong? I just, wow. And apparently making music is a good idea, and they got her a record label. Like, they got her signed a record label, and she released these Heaux, like these Heaux. The auto-tuning, the musical composition, the verses, the chorus, the music video, it's all a disaster. And I just want to remove her cheeky 14-year-old yelps out of my brain, because it's just so fucking obnoxious. But not as terrible as the next two songs. Number 2, it would be a tie, and not that is because they're both as terrible, but that they have to exist both. And that is Jake Paul's It's Everyday Bro and Ricegum's It's Everynight Sis. 2017 is a year of sexual assault, probably the last year of net neutrality, and also YouTubers diss tracks. That's right, everyone's dissing each other. And not that it's a bad idea, I think dissing has something funny, has something hilarious about it, but this is so dumb. This is everything you hate about diss tracks. Jake Paul, you know him. It's everyday, bro, with the Disney Channel flow. And there's all sorts of memes on that song too, like, yeah, smell good, let me educate ya, excuse me, can we change the language? And, of course, England is my city. And Jake Paul wrote that, by the way. Nick Crompton didn't write that. And it's just such a trash song. I can't believe how trashy it is.
The tattoo just for fun. I know it's Nick Crompton and my collar stay open. England is my city. Every day, bro, with the Disney Channel flow. 5 mil on YouTube in 6 months. Never done before.
The background music is gross. It sounds like a terrible royalty-free music. The lyrics are mindless, they're dumb. Not only are they cringy, they are also purely terrible. Like, they don't make sense. A lot of mistakes, a lot of errors are in them. And it's basically Jake Paul and Team 10 bragging and showing how cool they are, how we are Team 10, bitch, and is number 1. And it's such a gross song, and Jake Paul is YouTube's punching bag. Jake Paul to YouTube is like Donald Trump to politics and Ajit Pai to the internet. He's acting like cancer. And did you look at the singles cover? Oh my gosh, it's just Jake Paul smiling like some idiot, and they're like dabbing, wow, lit savage, and they are grabbing and magnetizing and attracting all these mindless 12-year-old fangirls. Wow, savage, lighting a swimming pool on fire, savage, climbing onto a news reporter truck, whatever, savage, wow, losing your Disney contract, savage, dab, man. And it's such a terrible song, and it's basically a diss track, and Ricegum responded to that by making a song called It's Everynight, Sis, and judging by the title, you can already tell that it's also gonna be fucking terrible, because it's basically like a rip-off of It's Everyday Bro. Not that it's worser or better than It's Everyday Bro, because it's equally as bad as It's Everyday Bro, and it features Alyssa Violet's really obnoxious auto-tune vocals. She doesn't sing, she's just a viner. I mean, Jake Paul's a viner. Ricegum had put out a lot of terrible tracks, a lot of terrible diss tracks already. And, you know, I don't want to hate them, I don't want to start another beef with Ricegum and Jake Paul, like, of course, they wouldn't even know me. I'm such a small person right now. But I'm just expressing my dissatisfaction for Ricegum and Jake Paul's diss tracks, because they are purely terrible. Like, at least on these Heaux, it has some fun moments, and it tries to be, like, fun and catchy, except it totally fails. But on Jake Paul and Ricegum's diss tracks, pure trash. Pure trash, I'm telling you. Pure trash. But it's just trash. You know, it's just trash. Not like number one. The number one spot. It's beyond trash. It's unbelievable. Like at least Jake Paul and Ricegum, they try to make a fiery, like a cool, edgy rap song. At least they tried. But on the number one spot, Hopsin. Happy ending.
Everything you give me 50 bucks. If you no say nothing, I can give you saki saki. If you give me more money, I give you the something lucky. You give me more money. You give me more money, I give you the something lucky.
And Hobson didn't even try to like make a fiery, like a cool song. It's such I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, Hopsin is like rapping in the standpoint of some Asian woman who's about to give a massage, and I will give you the sucky if you give me the money. Man, it's so terrible. Oh my gosh, it's so bad. Like, how could a song be that bad? Like, last year's Corey Feldman is already bad enough, and this song is like in the Corey Feldman level. And my goodness, and all these dumb and cringy auto-tune verses that are nothing but random musical notes. And the music itself, the melodies, how did you even go with that? How did people, like, don't you have to like give this album to the record label to give it a listen, to approve this? Like, did they actually approve this song to be on the album? Did the producers think twice? Yeah, happy ending. It's not really a happy ending for you, Hopsin. Like, how did they even let this song pass? So, this is basically the top 15 worst songs of 2017. What is also your least favorite song on the year? Like if you like it, hate if you hate, subscribe if you want more.